Hello everybody, this is Kadia again. Second video, first teaching video. At least that's what I'm going to try to do sitting up here. And I would like to start off first by saying that this video is not intended for men, but I'm just making it for the women. So if you're a man that's sitting up here watching this video, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you shouldn't want another woman to teach you. You know, you're a man, you like the lion, so you're supposed to be the one that's, running your pride and not sitting down volunteering your ears to have a woman teach you. Okay, anyway, this is basically dealing with change. Change as a whole, not just dress code as far as eating, and everything else that has to do with change. I go on Facebook and I see a lot of females that's claiming that they have the truth, that you can look at their pictures and see that there's clearly no change. Not that it's just on the outward appearance, but there's something outside that should change. I'm not a big person that use a whole bunch of scriptures. I like to talk to you and get to you where you at. In case you guys didn't know, Proverbs came from Solomon. It was not written until it came out of Solomon's mouth. So that's how you got those books. Pretty much somebody lived it first. So it's not so much as show me in the scripture for something that came out of somebody's mouth and was written as they were speaking it. So wisdom requires no scripture. But I'm going to throw like a few scriptures out there, of course, for all my show me in the scripture type people. But I really intend this to be for the real and not the religious. It's for somebody that's going to actually change their life, and catch the wisdom, as it's coming. I'm not trying to do anything to deceive you guys willingly, or any other way, because anything I'm telling y'all is not nothing that, is new to me. Obviously, I'll practice it, so I'm not trying to get y'all to do anything that I wouldn't do. Okay, first I apologize. I got this in night vision because this is the only time where I get some free time. So, the kids are sleeping. I got the little newborn and I can't have the light on bright. So y'all gotta bear with me. The truth gotta get out either way you go. Okay, so bear with me. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna start in Genesis chapter 35 verses 1 through 4. And God, or Yah, whichever, I say God anyway, it just means, Yah just means God. And God said unto Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God, which it should read, and make there an altar unto me, that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Then Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments. That's the key phrase, change your garments, because you're coming before the presence of the Most High. And let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make there an altar unto God, and who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem. Now right there clearly you see they are gone before the presence of the Most High. Therefore he required for them to change their garments. You cannot come before God any way you want. There's not a scripture in the Bible that says come as you are. If you can find it, good for you. I will show it to me, post it, make a video about it, that says come as you are, and I will gladly eat that page that you find it on, but you're not going to find come as you are in this Bible. Okay, next. I'm starting off with scripture so I can get past the show me in the scripture thing. It's only going to be a few. They have more scriptures, but I'm not going to take the time to go through every single last scripture. If you have any questions, be sure to email me, post it, whatever the case may be. But we're moving on to 2 Corinthians 5 and 17. Okay, it says, therefore, if any man be in Yeshua or the Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Now, anything that is associated with your past or old life, I would want to change that. Even in a relationship, females, you require for your man to change, right? You know, he hanging out, maybe he used to wear the little tank tops and stuff, or when he with you like, babe, you know, cover that up. I mean, you with me now, you can't advertise yourself like you single, so there's a change that's required, you know. And it's funny how we always want natural things to change, but when it comes to God, it's like he accepts you as you are. You know, even a club got rules. You know, certain days you can only wear jeans. You know, it require for you to dress a certain way, but when it comes to God, you know, he got to accept whatever you give to him, not so. Okay, now we're going to go to Matthew 22, verses 1 through 14. Okay, this is a lot to read. Forgive me for having my head down for so long, but it's a lot to read. Okay. And Yeshua answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, Tell them which are bidden, Behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen, my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. But they made light of it, and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants, and entreated them spitefully, and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth. And he sent forth his armies, and destroyed those murderers, and burned up their city. Then said he to his servants, The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways and the byways. No, it don't say highways and byways, just highways. And as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways, and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king, keep in mind, king is what I want to stand out to y'all. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? Say, bro, how you get in here like that, man? Somebody let you in here dressed like that? In so many ways. And he was speechless, like half of y'all be when these guys come up to y'all, depending on how religious they are, all these females, and check y'all about how y'all dress. You're like, if you call yourself a child of the Most High, I mean, I can't tell you different from the world, and you stand up there speechless. Then said the king to the servants, and bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen. There you have a king. He invites you to his feast. You come into the feast dressed any kind of way. Now, this is a natural king. This is not even talking about the Most High to put breath in your lungs. This is a natural king that you come to the wedding feast, and he have you cast out for dressing any kind of way. There's a change that has to come. It's like being pregnant. They call the word a seed. Like the scriptures say, a sower went out to sow seed. When a seed is planted in the ground, or better yet, a seed, semen, sperm, whatever, planted inside of a woman, guess what? Only if that seed is growing, only if the seed is growing, meaning you are actually learning something, meaning whatever it is that God had planted inside of you, if you want you to hear the truth, if you nurture it and it grows inside of you, it's going to require change. When women get pregnant, for all the mothers that might be watching this, your appetite changes. Now let's go in the spiritual world. Now your appetite should change then, as far as you eating your pork, your shrimp, all that. You don't have the cravings, or you get a new craving for something that you never had before. So how should more your diet change in God if you have this seed inside of you, his seed, his truth inside of you, you shouldn't want to eat the same foods that you used to eat in the past. It should make you sick to your stomach. Even like when a woman is pregnant and she has the seed inside of her, it causes her to switch her diet. You know, things that she used to like, she don't even like it no more. And that's how it be for us, for the truth. Even when that seed decides to start developing inside of you, if you are nurturing it, not if any man just shot off inside of you and he just hit and miss, meaning that seed is not going to develop inside of you. We talking about when the truth gets inside of you and it actually develops, that baby is going to start to grow. You're going to start to mature in the truth, which means there should be a notable change inside of you. Just like people see that women that are pregnant are noticeably bigger because their stomach getting bigger because the baby is developed, which forces them to change their wardrobe. They can't wear their tight fitting clothes no more. They got to get the stuff with the elastic in it. So even us, as this seed grows inside of us, there should be a change in our wardrobe. Yes, there is a change required. I hope you guys are catching this and I'm not throwing y'all off in no kind of way. But it should cause you to change if it is growing, because there's times when, you know, a seed can be planted, as you can say, you know, the parable that Yeshua would use as far as it falling on stony ground and, you know, the weeds choking it up and, you know, and it falls on good ground. So that can be used as that example as well. But a change is required. It's like us, we are vessels. We are like clear glasses. You know, and it's like everybody had to go to, you know, First Samuel was saying, and which is very much true. It's not just about the outward appearance. God looks at your heart. True enough. But what's on the inside is going to show on the outside like a clear glass, like I was saying, not to get off the subject. Whatever's inside the glass, you put red juice inside of a clear glass, the glass is going to look red because that's what's on the inside of the cup. So if you have a fag inside your heart, you're gonna dress like one. You're gonna switch like one. You know, if you have a lesbian in your heart, you're gonna start to dress like one. So yes, he does look at your heart, but at the same time, what's in your heart is gonna show on the outside. You know, you can't. They don't let the looks fool you. We're like, hell, well, I can't see your heart, but I can see what you have on. You know, everybody not going to walk around with spiritual eyes. We're supposed to be the light of the world, a city that's sit upon the hill that cannot be hid. So if we're supposed to be this light, not everybody ain't got no spiritual eyes. They're looking at you, and they're looking for you to be an example. And half the time when people look at you, they're looking for an excuse to do wrong. But if you give them none, then they have to live right. You don't know how many people might be watching you and saying, man, this sister, she really got it together. You know, I really think I want to change my life. And then they see you do some irate, you know, and you don't know that you had an impact on that person's life. And they was watching you the whole time and they're like, damn, you know, I really thought I could walk this walk, man. But, you know, she ain't no different from me. You don't want that. You don't want that blood on your hands. You know, so there is a change that's required, not just for, you know, our sake, but for somebody else's. And we don't live this life. That's the thing. We don't just live it. We benefit from it. Yes. We inherit eternity for it. Yes. But we live this life for other people. You know, and our job is to be a living example. People should be able to look at you and see a difference. The scripture said that we are a royal priesthood, a chosen people, a peculiar people. Peculiar means odd. There should be a difference between you and the world. You know, as we read in Genesis chapter 35 about the earrings, jewelry is not a sin. I wrote a note on makeup and jewelry. You know, I don't encourage makeup, you know. I don't encourage that at all. And you see what kind of women always painted their faces in the scripture. It was the whores in the Bible, you know. I really ask that y'all will read my note on makeup and jewelry and other things that I posted on Facebook. But, and I wrote a book about it. You can email me out, you know, forward it to you or mail it out to you. But when it comes to the jewelry, first of all, when people had the earrings in their ear, that symbolized them being a slave anyway. But when it came to men giving the women a dowry, they'll give them, you know, earrings and bracelets. So the jewelry itself is not a sin, but we seen in Genesis chapter 35 that when they was gone before the presence of the Most High, he said, take all your strange gods and put them away. So they took their earrings and stuff out of their ear. And if we supposed to always be prepared to go before the presence of the Most High, then I don't think that that's something that we should wear. Plus, jewelry gives people an excuse to rob you. You don't want to bring any trouble to yourself. There's nothing wrong with wearing a so-called wedding ring, or maybe, your loved one, your husband gave you, a piece of jewelry. That's fine. Jewelry itself is not a sin, or else they wouldn't even let, women accept dowries like that. You talking about David was a king. I'm sure he was decked out, and his women was decked out from head to toe. But we say to prevent confusion. And I always teach the women, they were always told to dress and act a certain way going before the presence of the Most High. And I always want to be prepared to go before his presence. Just like when I teach the women about the head coverings, I tell them, when you cover, though it's not required for you to cover all the time, if that's what you want to do, cool. But in the summer and the springtime, take your covering off more so your hair can get some sun, and then winter and fall, then you can cover more often and shield your hair from the weather, but there's nothing wrong with it. But back to change, there is a change that is required. I didn't really intend for this to be a long video because it's very short. I just want to let the females know that there should be a difference between you and the world. People shouldn't have two people standing on side each other and the only thing that separates you is your head covering. But from the neck down, you look like them with your tight pants on. You're going to cause these brothers to lust, and you're going to get yourself in trouble, because first of all, you're going to wind up getting a yeast infection anyway. As tight as those pants are, you have no room to breathe anyway, so and the stuff that y'all have to go through just to wear those tight pants, so there should be a real distinction. And that's what God was trying to do, from the foods that you eat to the way that you talk to the way that you dress to the way that you carry yourself, is to be able to separate his people from the people of the world. But we have got away from that, and we acting like the world is doing us a favor by telling us how to dress when it should be the other way around. The sad thing is, if Beyonce or somebody was to put a hijab on or start rocking skirts all the time, then guess what? It would become cool to put it on. And that's sad, because we shouldn't be ruled by the world. We should be rulers of this world. So this is very short and sweet and to the point. And I really just want to stress that if you're supposed to be representing God, then you don't want to look like the world. It's like working at McDonald's and you coming in there with a Burger King uniform on. That's not allowed, So if you working for the Most High and you repping him, then why you got the devil's dress code on? Who you advertising for? You could get fired for that. That's means to get fired, sued, or whatever. So when it comes to God, how can you do that to him? I loved you, Father, but at the same time, when I go out here, I'm not advertising for your kingdom. I'm advertising for the devil. No, not so. I pray that y'all will actually take into consideration, that even for your own self, when you see women that come up missing on the milk cartons and stuff in the store, then you could just look at how they dress and their attire, not that would stop a lust demon, but at the same time, do your part so you don't give the devil no room, and make it easier for your men's sake, so you don't bring no trouble to them. They got to fight off people because you want to dress like a hoe. That's not cool, But before I just start rambling on, I really want to stress how important it is, especially for our children. You don't want your children to grow up, thinking that how they dress on BET and these Hollywood shows, that's cool. Even if a man would see a woman that's covered, it's like they always teach us to cover, but at the same time, you see the men that's going after women that's uncovered. So that would make a woman say, well, I don't want to dress like that because I want a man and it's going to take all the attention away. They ain't going to look at me no more. But, what is your focus on, getting a man or getting a hold of God? Because I would rather him smile at me than any man smile. So I pray, ladies, that even for our children's sake, that you would begin to teach them to cover up. It's more than putting on the head covering. It's more than putting on the skirt. I pray that you would allow the change to be in your heart first, because, the clothes don't make me. I make the clothes. Because I'm sure y'all seen a lot of women that have head coverings on and skirts, and they just don't look right in them, because in the inside, they're like, I don't want to wear this. I don't feel right with this on. It got to be inside of you. So you don't want to walk around with a head covering and skirt on saying, well, that's what they want me to do. But everything on the outside of you makes that head covering look ugly, makes that skirt just look trifling because there's nothing in you that want to wear it. The change got to come from the inside. And if you don't feel beautiful in the inside and know that you're doing this for a reason and to serve the Most High, then you might as well just go out there and stick with your pants. But I pray that God truly change your heart, and actually let you guys know that from dress code to everything that we're supposed to be different from this world. And I could give you scripture upon scripture, to back it up. But, just words alone, I just want to talk to y'all as people, as sisters, because it's more than just a scripture that's going to help somebody today. When you talking to people in the world, I don't know how many people watching this video, but they got somebody out there lost, then they don't want to hear no scriptures. The carnal mind is not subject to the laws of the Lord. They're not going to sit up there and understand what's written in the scripture. You can't go to somebody on the street and quote scripture to them and tell them to understand it. You got to talk to them so they can understand it. And that's where wisdom come at. Wisdom is truly justified of her children, and I thank God that He even allowed me to put these videos out, and I pray that it could be a help to somebody, because I know that the very thing that I'm telling y'all, I wasn't born with a head covering on. I wasn't just born wearing skirts. I didn't go through high school just wearing skirts all my life. I was raised up in a so-called Christian church, and my mama, taught it to me. But at the same time, when I got older, I wanted to wear the pants. So I wasn't, just brought up in the Middle East saying covering is right. It's something that I decided, and I want to be able to give it to y'all like I received it. And to talk to y'all real and not religious, because they got too many religious people out here. But ladies, if this word is a seed inside of us and it's growing, it's going to force change upon you. You don't have a choice when your stomach is getting bigger, whether you're going to buy a bigger shirt or not. It's either you're going to do it or you're going to sit up there and be uncomfortable and look trifling, because that baby's going to keep growing and you're going to refuse to buy them tight clothes, and either it's going to kill you or it's going to kill that baby. So make up your mind. But like I said, if that seed is growing inside of you, it's going to make you change. It's going to make your diet change. It's going to make everything change. And I think that's the perfect example that I can give to you guys. And well, before I start rambling on, as I said, this is my first video. I apologize if I confused anybody, said anything wrong. And I pray that this was a blessing to somebody. It's short, it's sweet, and I just want to let y'all know there should be a distinction between the so-called children of the Most High. I don't like saying that all the time. I like to call y'all daughters and sons, but since there's no sons that's supposed to be watching this, men, I'm going to just say daughters, daughters of the Most High. I pray that it was able to help, and y'all see that y'all are beautiful. When y'all cover, y'all beautiful. Y'all don't need makeup to enhance y'all covering. Y'all pretty, all by yourself. Y'all don't need nobody on TV to tell y'all that, If 5 men tell y'all pretty, it won't make a difference if the Most High say that you, ugly in the inside. So, it's not always about the looks. A lot of people, you see women with coverings on that's painted up worse than the women that don't have coverings on. And it's like, if your hijab makes you feel beautiful, then hey, let it make you feel beautiful, and the world will see that you're beautiful. Let it stick in your head, that you make the clothes don't make you, so you feel confident in what you're putting on, you'll make somebody else want to wear it, so thank you for watching this. I don't know how it's going to turn out. If it's bad, you won't ever see it again on YouTube, because I'm going to delete it. But I'm going to get permission from my husband so he can watch it and let me know how it is. And I will chat with you guys later. Hopefully, I don't have to do another night vision video, but it seemed like it might be that way since this is my only free time and the kids are not making noise and it's quiet. But this is Kadia Batya coming to you guys live in living color, or black and white, green, whatever you guys want to call this color. And I will talk to you guys next time. So until the next time, may the grace of Yahuwah be with y'all. See ya.